L Brands is the parent company of maybe one of the greatest companies to ever exist. Ever. Victoria's Secret. You're doing God's work, Victoria's Secret. I'll tell you that right now. They also own Bath and Body Works, La Senza. They own the brand Pink, which I think is just kind of a trickle down from Victoria's Secret. They had earnings today. Earnings per share came in at 48 cents, beat the street by 4 cents. Revenues at 2.76 billion, beat the street by 10 million, but it's down 4.5% year over year. Now, comparable store sales were down, and that I think is the thing that really bothered everybody after hours. As we've seen, there was a bit of a pullback. I'm not a big fan of retail. I mean, we've covered this, and their retail has been having a bit of problems the last couple of years as well. They've never been a company that's really in the last, since Victoria's Secret settled in, it's never taken hold and really it's a niche market. It's a very, very niche market, but they do a very good job of running that niche market. I don't think there's any other companies on that same level that are very comparable at all. They do a very good job of having a nice boutique atmosphere. I think that adds a lot more ambiance to when people are shopping for those type of particular items. And when I say I don't like retail, this is one of those things that has me a little perplexed, because as I think about it, if I was to buy myself some really fancy underwear, I mean the fanciest, would I go to Amazon and take my chance that the underwear I'm going to look my fanciest in gets shipped to me and doesn't make me look as fancy as I thought? I've been under fancied. You can't have that. You can't have that at all. When you walk into Victoria's Secret, though, you have the option of trying on something that potentially is going to be something that's going to make you feel very good in a much more intimate setting with someone else. Potentially. I have no idea what you're doing in that store. You could be buying that to give it to your neighbor lady. I don't know what you're doing. But I would imagine a lot of those moments inspire you to feel better. You're not going to get that purchasing those type of particular items, the unmentionables, off the internet all the time. You want to go in and make sure your fancy underwear makes you feel fancy. So while comparable store sales were down, earnings per share and revs beat. I'm not sure how I feel about L Brands as a whole. I know they run some good companies that I don't see any other competitors in the market space that are probably going to come and usurp them. But does that necessarily mean they survive the long-term wrath of what is eventually going to be retail doom and gloom in all the malls near and far? I can't say that for sure, but I do think that a lot of their stuff hinges on people going in and actually touching, seeing, feeling the product. That probably gives them somewhat of a leg up.